Hey coders, I am Animesh. Welcome back to the channel The CodeCon. In this video, I will be showing you the HTML crash course. In this crash course, you will be learning HTML from beginner to advanced level. So let's get started. For starters, I have created a folder in my desktop. The folder name is HTML crash course. So in this folder, I have one file, that is files. So I have one audio file, one image, and one video we will be needing for this project. So I will be opening this folder with VS Code. So you can see my VS Code setup video for this. So after opening the files in VS Code, you can see the files has been appeared here. So now what we can do, we can make it little bigger so you can see it. So after doing that, I will make a index.html file. Outside the file, so index.html, you can make anything like home.html or something like that. So I have made an index.html. Index is the name of the file and .html is the extension of the file. So now I will be discussing about the basic structure of the HTML. For the basic structure of the HTML, what you need to do, you have to first declare the doc type. You can see if I give it this and doc type, that is doc type HTML, that we are declaring HTML5. So this tag is required in every HTML code. So all the HTML codes are wrapped inside tags. So what are tags? So this is a self-closing tag. So we didn't need any closing to this tag because it is declaring the type of the HTML, that is the HTML5. So now I will be declaring the tag under which all the codes will be written. So HTML. So this is a tag under which rest of the code will be written. So under this HTML, I have one thing, that is head. So you can see that head. So what this head does, it contains the CSS links, the external links, the head title, everything is written inside this head. So for now I will only give the title tag. So you can see I am not writing the tags manually, I am just writing the tag name and pressing enter. The opening and closing is done by itself. So what is the opening? HTML, the greater than sign, then HTML, then less than sign. Then for the ending we have the same, but only a backslash before the tag name. So this is the head starting, this is the head ending, this is the title starting, this is the title ending. So these are the opening and closing tags. So these are the starting and ending, and the data is wrapped inside it. So I want to give the title of the website. The title is the name you see of a website in the tabs. So to give it, I will give it HTML crash course. So I have given the name, the title, this HTML crash course. So after that, I want the white area, under which I will be creating our website. So for that, we will what we will make. For that, we will make the body tag. Under this body tag, all the elements which you see inside the white area of the browser is written. So inside the body tag, I will make a simple thing to show. After making the body tag, we can open this HTML file with browser. So this is the basic structure of the HTML code. So now I can open this in browser. So there are two ways of opening it. You can open this file and open it with browser. So you can right click on it and reveal in file explorer. So you can see there is browser extension is showing. So I will open it with Chrome. So you can see it get opened. You can see the HTML crash course and it is showing that file. File means it is running from our regular file system. So you can see our that is showing the directory of the file. So you can see nothing is there in the page because it is blank. Why it is blank? Because you can see we have doesn't written anything inside the body tags. Okay, so that's why it says white. So the body tag declares a white area. Okay, so if we write here something like h1, then write here hello world. So h1 is a heading tag. Okay, we are putting a heading inside the, so you can see still we cannot see anything on the page, so we have to reload the page. You can see as soon as I reload the page, the hello world appears. Okay, so the hello world appears. Then what we have to do, we don't want to reload it 100 times. So for that, for convenience, we will be using an VS Code extension. Okay, so the extension name is live server. This is a very life-saving live server extension. Okay, so I will be using that. So you can see this is the live server. I gone to the extension tab and I installed it. Okay, so I have already installed it. That why it is showing uninstall option, you have to install it. Okay, after installing it, you just go to this file section and you can right click on the file and open it with live server. Okay, so you can see another tab opened, but you can see it is the IP address. This is the local host address is showing here. So this is get hosted in our local host. Okay, so we can close this one and we can do one thing, we can make side by side. Okay, so you can see we have make it side by side, so you can see both of them. Okay, let me adjust it a little bit. Okay, so okay, it has been adjust. Okay, so we will be writing here the HTML code and we will be seeing the output here. So we don't have to reload it 100 times. So we have also enabled the auto save feature, so we don't have to save the file again and again. So now we will be talking about the heading tags. We have understand the whole structure of how this structure works. So now we will be talking about the tags. Okay, so heading tags. So here I am writing heading tags. Okay, so now you can see I did something that before you can see the heading tags. If we write something on the body area without any tag also, so then also it is shown in there. Okay, but if I want to just put it as a comment, then you can simply select put the cursor on that line and press Ctrl \, so that whole line will get commented and you can see that the text disappears from here. Okay, so I am writing this for your convenience because I will be giving this code to you. Okay, so after this what can I do? I can show you how many types of heading tags are there. So h1 is the largest heading tag, and if you want to see the smallest heading tags, you have to see h6. You have to wrap the data within h6. So you can see after going to h6, it's become so small that you cannot see in this video. Okay, so the largest is the h1 and the smallest is the h6. Okay, so it ranges from h1 to h6. So you can you can use h2, h3, h4, h5 up to h5 and h6. Okay, so I will copy this down using Shift, Alt and Control. You can see all got auto updated. So this is the power of the live server. So every developer use for writing their HTML and CSS and making it live while making your website development. Okay, so I am changing that all. You can see how it's going from larger to smaller. Okay, so I will be commenting all of that and only keeping the h1 tag. Okay, so I have selected all and press Ctrl+S and it commented all of them. Okay, so the heading part is completed. So now what we can do, what I can show you, that is paragraph tags. Okay, what are paragraph tags? As per the name, you can suggest that the paragraph tags are used for writing paragraphs. Okay, so if I press P and click enter, you can see there is a paragraph tag appears, and I can give a dummy text here. To give dummy text, I can use lorem. Okay, if I press it, you can see lorem text appears. It's a dummy text and you can see it appears here. Okay, so to write paragraphs you can use p tags, but there is one thing. If you give enter it in the next line and write something, still it appears on the same line. Okay, so that indentation doesn't work for p tags. If you want to do the thing, you can use a thing in HTML that is nested. Okay, if you want the ds let me make it big. Okay, if you want this ds dsa, okay, that jargon thing, if you want it to the next line, okay, if you want it to the next line, so for that you can use a br tag. Okay, can use a br tag and you can see it got into the next line. Okay, so br tag breaks the line, and this is a self closing tag. These are opening and closing tags, and this is a self closing tag, so it doesn't require a closing tag. Okay, so if you want to write with indentation without br tags, you can also like use a pre tag, that is pre formatted text in HTML. So that is you can write something here, hello, then I will sorry, hello, then I will put enter. My name is you can sorry, what is happening, my name is animation. Okay, so if you can see that the indentation before it also it takes. Okay, if we clear this, then you can see it is aligning to the right. Okay, so it takes the all indentation you give in the code. Okay, so you can use this pre tag also. Okay, or you have if you want to you can see it is well indented while you are writing the code. If you want to indent it manually, you can just right click and do format document, or also use shift alt f. Okay, so you can configure you can use a prettier code editor, code formatter. Okay, this is a third party package. You have to install it from the extension, or you can use the default HTML language features. I am for now using the default HTML one. Okay, and doesn't require the p for right now. Okay. So I am removing that p. So that all about p tags. Okay, so now we will be moving to HTML attributes. So how we will be learning about HTML attributes? By learning about anchor tags. Okay, so what are anchor tags? You have seen links in the website. Okay, if you click one link, it redirects to the another page. Okay, so for that we will set up links. Okay, so HTML links, learn about HTML links. So in this HTML links, what we gonna do, we just have to use anchor tags. Okay, and also we will be discussing about the HTML attributes. Okay, so I have to press A and enter. For anchor tag you have to use A only. So you can see there also appears in the starting tag, also inside the starting tag there is an href. What is href? Inside this href we have to provide the link. So link can be of two types. Okay, one is the link that you have like google.com, facebook.com, or any other social link that is hosted on the internet, or there is another type of link that is relative link, the link of your own website or the development you are making, or a HTML file you can add to it using the which will be available in the Explorer. Okay, so let me first show you an website like google.com. If I want to redirect it to the google.com, I can simply write Google here. So this, you can see this appears as a Google. If we remove the href, you can see it is looking like a simple text of the p tag. Okay, but if we add the href, you can see the attributes change. So this is only the HTML attributes, which add functionality to the tags. If we want to add functionalities to the tags, we use HTML attributes. So these attributes add a functionality that it can link to another page. Okay, so let's now get google.com, the link of the google.com. Okay, google.co.in. Let's copy it. Okay, so now we can put it here. So you can see you don't only if you put this www.google.co.in, you cannot go to the site, but you have to write HTTPS. Okay, you have to also include this. So after that, you can what you can do, just click on this link Google. You can see this site changes and goes to the google.com. Okay, so this is the magic of HTML links. So if we want a relative URL, that is a link that is from our website. Okay, so for that we have to make a, what is happening, wait. So for this we have to make a file. Okay, so we are making a home.html. Okay, and inside this we have to write the same boilerplate code. Okay, so for that you have a shortcut on VS Code, that is from emit, that is shift exclamation, and you can see emit abbreviation. You can just put enter and you can see that this overflowing. So you can press Ctrl Alt Z, so it all will come into the area. Okay, so you can see many things has been appeared, that is the meta tags. So this will be a task for this video. You have to search about meta tags and what it does. Okay, also that's I am telling this what is lang in en signifies, that is it is the language, it signifies the language of the website. Okay, so it is the home tags for you to just know about do internet research about meta tags. Okay, so now inside this body, this another page, home page, so I will make a h1 tag and add this. This is a home, this is a home page. Okay, so this is a home page, I have written that. So after writing this, what we can do, we have to link the page with this index.html. So we have to, what we have to do, put another a, and then we have to go to our directory. So this is our directory, our home.html and index.html lies on the same directory. Okay, so we have to use dot slash, you can see it is showing the suggestion home.html. Okay, dot slash home.html. Now we have to give the a name to the link, that is let's say home. Okay, so you can see it will appear here. Okay, so you can see it's appear side by side. If I want to take it to the next line, just we have to put br tag and you can see it comes to the next line. Okay, so then I can say here home. Okay, I can click on home and you can see there is a document. So we didn't change the title of the home.html. You can see it is still document. Okay, so this is the home page, you can see. So if we change the title here, that is to home, you can see it is also getting updated. Okay, so this is a feature of the live server. So you can see this is all about the link tag. So you can also use your custom pages and also the links from outside. Okay, so now if the file here the file home.html and index.html in the same page, so we are using dot slash. If the home.html is inside the files, okay, I am moving it. Okay, so you can see if we now press home, it said cannot get home.html. Okay, so it is not in the, so we have to change the directory. So to change the directory, now it is inside the files. Okay, so to go inside the files, you have to click on dot slash files slash home.html. Okay, so now you can see if we click on home, you can see this is a home page. So like this you can browse to the file system. Okay, so these are all about the HTML links. So we have discussed about HTML links, headings and paragraphs. Okay, so now I will show you some of the HTML styling. So this HTML styling is also known as inline CSS. Okay, this is a part of a CSS. If we apply the CSS inside the HTML, it called inline CSS. Okay, so we are applying inline CSS. Let me show you. So this is not recommended but still I will show you. Okay, so I will change the color of this hello world. Okay, so I have to put in the heading tag, starting heading tag, I have to put the style. You cannot put attributes on the ending heading tag. Okay, you have to always put attribute on the starting tag. Okay, so if this is a single, there are many other single closing but self closing tags. For that it doesn't matter, you have to put inside the tag. Okay, so we have to click write style and give a key value pair. So key is the color and the value is red. Okay, so you can see we are passing a key value pair inside this braces, that is color red. We can also change it to green. Okay, so you can see it will change it to green. Okay, so like this you can give inline CSS. So this is all about inline CSS. So no, we will not getting into further because styling is all about CSS. Okay, so now we will be getting to formatting. Okay, how we can format the text in text in HTML. Okay, sorry, it's become a tag. So I will comment it out, and now let's see if we take a p tag, and also we will be seeing nested tags. Okay, we can use a tag inside a tag, then inside that also you can use that tag. Okay, so we will be seeing nested tags. So I will be taking a dummy text, that is lorem. You can see it has appeared here. So now what I want, this lorem ipsum, it's written lorem ipsum. Okay, so I want this one to be bold. Okay, so I will use a I will enclose that in B. Okay, so B, and to enclose this within B, so I have written here B. Okay, so you can see opening and closing it also is here. So I will just cut it from here and paste it here. Okay, so you can see this B tag is inside P tag, but you can see this got bold, this lorem ipsum got bold. Okay, so if I want let's say this the next item to be italic. Okay, so I can make it italic. So I will just give a space here and write here to be italic, it is I tag. Okay, we have to use I tag. Then we will copy this dollar, cut it and paste inside it. Okay, so now you can see lorem ipsum is bold and it is dollar. Also you can there is some alternate attributes for bold and italics. That is, for italics you can use em, that is emphasized text. So if I show you, so I will be making this also. So I am using em, and this word I am taking and putting inside it. Okay, you can see this all nesting, this all tags are using inside p tag. So these are the nesting tags. Okay, so you can see this also gets emphasized. Okay, so this better version of I tag, and also we have a better version of b tag, that is strong. Okay, if we want to make this strong. Okay, so I will write strong. Okay, strong. So inside the strong tag we will include this. So you can see this will be strong. You can see. Okay, so this is a better version of b tag. So there are many tag like mark tag. If we write here mark tag, mark. Okay, and let's write it manually, mark, and also have to close. Okay, and let's put this out here and put it there. Okay, you can see it is marked, it is highlighted, it highlights the text. Okay, there also if you want a smaller text in between, you can use small tag. If you want to strike through, I want this from this line to this line, I want to strike. Okay, so from this to this line. Okay, so I want to strike. So for that we will use a del tag. So I will put this much inside this tag. Okay, so you can see it got strike away. So this is a strike tag also. So this is pretty much about formatting text. Then now what we can see, that is list. Okay, let's talk about list, HTML list. Okay, so there are two type of HTML list. You have already everyone seen list. What is list? List is if you go to a shop, your mom send you to a shop to buy some things, so you make a list of the things and you take them to the shop. Okay, so to make a list, there are two types of list in HTML. That is, one is ordered list and one is unordered list. So ordered list is a list which is in a sequence manner. Okay, it's a sequential way, like 1 2 3 4, like A B C D, like Roman 1 2 3 4. Okay, so and unordered lists are shown in like bullet points. Okay, so there is ordered list. Okay, and there is unordered list. Okay, unordered list. Okay, so these are the two types of list. So first we will be discussing about ordered list. Okay, so for ordered list you have to use OL tag. From name it can imply that is ordered list. OL, for OL you have to click on OL, opening and closing. So this has made the order list, but in list we have to put some item also na. So for that we will use li tag, that is list item. Li stand for list item. So li. Okay, so this is li tag. So you can see there is one appears. Okay, we made one li tag, so one appears because it is an ordered list. Okay, so by default it is a numerical value. Okay, so we can change the value also. We will see that. That is first item. If you write it first item, okay, then you can copy this line down. Second item, okay, then this should be third item. Okay, you can write anything inside this li tag, and this is fourth item. You can see this are all are sequence in a sequential manner. Okay, so we can change the type, like from 1 to 3 you can change the type to another. Okay, so like just type, and also there we are using attributes HTML. Okay, use type. Okay, so for type you can see these are the type 1 A I. So if you want capital Roman, okay, you can see if you put I, this is a capital type Roman. Okay, a small letter type Roman, you can see a small I, small letter type. You can see also if we get small a, it will small A B C D. Okay, so now what we want to do, this is all about OL tag. We'll copy this down, will not waste more time. We'll remove the type here and you will change this tag to UL tag. Okay, how I have done that? Using Alt and click to select multiple lines. You can select, you can see cursor is blinking in multiple lines. Okay, so you can do that and edit the things. So you can see in UL we are having the bullet points. Okay, so this is all about HTML lists. So we can also give a type to it. Let's give a type to it is you can see if I give circle, it give rounded circles. Okay, so there are many, you can check them out. Okay, so this is pretty much about the HTML lists, ordered list, unordered list. So now we can discuss about block element and inline element. Okay, so what are block elements and what are inline elements? So if I defined h1 tag, okay, and if we define a span tag in between, what is a span tag? I will show you. If I write here like let not do h1, let's do p. Okay, h1 is very much bigger. So for p, let's say hello here, and this say hello also here. Okay, you can see here, you can, if you want to see that, you can see in the last in the bottom here, you can see both looks the same, but what's the difference between them? So there is a tool or you can say extension. Okay, so you can install this extension, that is pesticides. Oh, it is showing insecticides. Okay, so extension, I have to go to extension, what I am writing, extension pesticides. You can see for Chrome, you can go from to here and you can install this extension. Okay, so what this extension does, you can see it's frames a line. If you're using a tag, it wraps it into a box, because every element in HTML is wrapped within a box. We will learn about box model in CSS. So every element in CSS is wrapped inside a box. Okay, so it will highlight the boxes using this extension. So you can see there is my extension, okay, pesticides. So if I click it, you can see that the hello, the if I comment all, if I show you the in the below, you can see, if I make it large, in the below you can see the first hello, it takes the full width, okay, and the second hello, it's not take the full width, it's just taking the space it's wanted, okay. So inline elements takes the space as much wanted, and block elements take the space the full width, okay, it takes the full width. So this is all about the inline and the block element. So if I write something on this block element, okay, BLOCK block element, and this is a, if I write the comment manually, this is a inline element, because it is occupying the space, as much space the the data wants, okay, the hello wants, and it is and the block element is occupying the full space of the window, okay. So that is pretty much it about the block and inline elements. So there are one thing I can also tell, that there are semantic tags, okay, semantic tags. So what are semantic tags? If you want to make a nav bar, okay, you will use a nav tag. If you want to make a section of something, okay, section in a web page, so you can use a section tag, okay. So if you want to use the main, okay, you want to wrap everything into the main tag, you can use the main tag, okay. So there are tags like this, that's nav, main, okay. So these are known as the semantic tags, okay. Let me comment it out, okay? So there are more semantic tags. You can check out like article tag, aside tag, address tag. This one can be applicable once you learn the CSS. So while you are learning CSS, you will be learning about more HTML tags, okay. You can also check about make some research about which elements are the block level element, just like the article tag, aside tag, canvas tag, form tag, div tag. This all are block elements, okay. There are only inline element, there are some inline element like a tag, span tag, okay. You can see the b tag, I tag, you have used the b tag, I tag, these all are inline elements, okay. But this take only the space it is needed, no much extra space, okay. So that's all about that. Also one thing you will be learning in CSS, that is a div tag, okay. It's div is like, it's like a container, okay. Inside this container you are just like using a body container to wrap all this inside the body, and you can use a div container also to wrap anything inside it, okay. You can use p tag inside it, any tags you can use inside this. So it's like as a container, okay. So if you put something inside it, it will wrap it, and it will like a box, and inside this box you can wrap anything, okay. So this is the work of the div tag, okay. This is the work of the div tag. So there are HTML ID classes which will be required in during the CSS, okay. So now we'll be learning about images, okay, how to put images into a web page. For that we will be writing images, okay. So images, how to put images. So for that we have img tag, okay. So we have img tag. In img tag we have source and alternative, okay. What is source? Source, it will contain the link of the image. If you putting some links of the image from the online, you can link that, and also if you want to put an image from here, you can also put that, okay. So let me first, I have a file from in files, I have an image. So let me put that image here, okay. For that I have said you have to do dot slash inside the files I have. So I will click files, and then I will select the image, okay. You can see the image got here, and if I scroll down here, you can see that the image appears here, but you can see this is a very long image. If I maximize, you can see this is a very long image, okay. Let me comment this too, okay, also. let me comment this outline. Okay, inline things. So you can see that if I went to full screen, you can see that this is the image. So what are the other things we can do with this? Like we can we also have some attributes of image, like we can set the width and height of this image. So if I give width, let me give it 200 pixels. Okay, so pixels, there are values like pixels, percentage, rem. Then this thing will be you will be learning in the CSS crash course. I will be bringing a CSS crash course also, but that will be divided into parted because the CSS is very long process. So that width, then we can also specify some height. Okay, so height, for that if I give 500 pixels, so you will see that it will get stretched out because we have increased the height. Okay, we can give an 100 pixel to make it look like this. Okay, so this is all about the image tag. These are the things you can do with image tag. Okay, if you want the image from online, so nothing you have to do, you have to just put the image URL inside this src tag. Let me show you. Let me go to Unsplash, SPLASH, Unsplash. This is the best source for image. Okay, so let me go to Unsplash and let me take this picture. Okay, you have to open image in new tab. Okay, so this image is opened in new tab. Let's copy this URL. Okay, then close this, then minimize this. Okay, okay, I have set it. Then if I copy this down, okay, let me make another. Okay, image. Okay, inside this src you can put this link. You can see I have put in this link. You can see how much big it is. Okay, so let me shrink it using this width and height only. I will copy it and paste it here. Okay, so you can see it becomes the same size as this. Okay, so like this you can use height and width. If you learn CSS, you will not be applying this height and width. You will be applying through CSS. Okay, so you have I have doesn't said what is alt. Okay, so if the image got corrupt, okay, the files will be uploaded in server obviously. So if the file got corrupted or something else or not loaded due to the internet connection, then there will be an alternate text. So if I use image, okay, like an alternate, and I damage this link ing, I am removing this ing to damage the link. Okay, so I am removing ing, so you can see that is image appears. Okay, so you can see this image appears img image image instead of the image because I have damaged the image. So if I build it back, so you can see it appears. So that's why alt is written. Okay, so like I also give where image. Okay, so if I damage the link 57, okay, it got damaged. Okay, so you can see it is image. Okay, so let me bring it back. Now we can move on to tables. Okay, so we can make tables. How we can make tables? Tables are like, you see, you make tables row and columns, but in HTML we make tables only with row. Okay, so first we will declare a row, table row. Okay, so for that you use the shortcut of table row, that is tr. Then we will make this. So one row is created. So inside this we will put the heading of the table. Okay, so for that we will use th, table heading. Okay, for table heading we will give it first name. Okay, then I will give it last name, last, it's caps, last name. Okay, then I will give him give this a age. So where we have gave three of this. So it make 3 column. Okay, so in this row we have make 3 column, that is table that is heading, table heading, first name, last name and age. You can see it appears here, but you can see the first appears after this image. So you can use the br tag here to get it to the next line. If you use br tag, you can see. Also there is a tag called hr, horizontal ruler. You can see it gives a line, horizontal line. Okay, so you can also use a horizontal ruler. Okay, So horizontal ruler line. Then we want more rows. Okay, so for more rows I will copy this down. Okay, and now you can see it got changed. Also I want to put a BR to get it to the next line. So you can see it got to the next line. So this is the first row and this is the second row, and we don't want heading here, so we will change this to table data. Okay, so we will select them all just by holding the alt button and removing this. You can see my Visual Studio Code setup video to get to know about shortcuts. Okay, so this is TD, that is table data. So you can see we have put table data here. Okay, so if I want to change it, I can change it to like Animesh. Okay, it's my name. So my last name. Okay, so let's give my last name and let's give my age here. Oh, I will be 20 soon. Okay, let's give some random names more. Okay, we have to give a BR here. Okay, so after giving a BR, we can also do that. Let's Ram. Okay, let's give him an age of 80. He's 80 years old. Okay, so you can see this type of table. Okay, here if we make it 100%, you can see the table is below there. Okay, so like this you can do tables. Nothing much in tables. Tables are not that much to use in today's world, but you have to know the tables. So now you know the tables. Okay, so now there are some HTML entities which you can use. You can see there is no spacing in between them, so I want to put some space. Okay, one thing I have make a big blunder. I have forgot that we have to enclose all them inside a table tag. Okay, so we don't have to put BR tags. Okay, it's a big blunder for me. Okay, we have to put them all in table. You can see that all got aligned. Okay, so this is the magic of table tag. Okay, so if you have to put all them into the table tag, and you have to put them like under the TR tag, then after that all that are the same. Okay, so you can see that appears as a table. Okay, that's all about table tag. So now we'll be talking about HTML entities. Okay, from that spacing, one thing I got to know. Okay, so if I got this animation, want to space in between. Okay, so if we gave a space in here, you will get only one space. But if you get if you give more than one space, you cannot get that. Only one space is allowed. Okay, so if I want to give a space using one space and I want another space here, okay, so I have to give an entity, HTML entities. Okay, so like that @NBSP. If I use @NBSP and if I write here NBSP and then a space, okay, you can see there is the space got doubled. Okay, so as much time I will copy this one. If I copy this one and then paste here, you can see the space will increase. You can see the space got increased. Okay, so like this you can use. There are many HTML entities. You can just go search about it. How many types of HTML entities are there? If I want to give a copyright sign here, okay, so you can use an entity called if I give copy, you can see there is a copyright sign. Okay, so you have seen many copyright sign in different website. You can see you can also use cents to give cents, pounds, euros. Okay, using HTML entities. So there are many HTML entities. You can check them out. Internet is for free. Okay, so now what we can learn more about HTML, that is forms. We have to learn about HTML forms. So what does the HTML form does? Okay, so the HTML forms, in HTML forms what are we going to learn? That is in form you have seen many things like text area, and you have a form. You have to fill up the name. Okay, then you have to click on submit. There is a button. So how we will add that, we will see in this form section. Okay, so for that we have to write form. Okay, so we are using a form tag. Okay, so and then inside this form tag you can see this action. What this action does, it does nothing. When you will attach a backend to it, so it will send data to the send request to the backend and to store your data. Okay, so after writing the form tag, inside that tag we can write something like input. Okay, input text. If we write input text, you can see I am using an HR tag to give some spacing so you can understand. Okay, this is a table, this is the input tag. So how can I take it to the let me comment this out. Okay, all that got not didn't got commented. I want to comment this again. Okay, so I have commented this part also. I want to comment this part also, so you can see these things. Okay, I will comment this part also. Okay, so now we can see this form part, because this form part is little important, so you have to see this carefully. So now we can see we can put a input tag. This input tag is type of text. Okay, of type text. We can declare the what type of input area we want. This is text type. Okay, so if we write here like username. Okay, we're making a login system using HTML. So now we're giving a space here. Okay, so now we can see here is the user. So I will putting this is not idle, so you can use a label. Okay, in for you can give a name of user. Okay, for user, and give a name here user. Okay, and you can also give a name to the user input tag to identify it. So I will give a user tag username. Okay, so and this label also get to identify for which which input the label is. Okay, the for this name usernames the label is user. Okay, so now you can see a user label here. So now also you can use a br tag to make it in the next line you can see user gets upper. Okay, so that's about it. So now we can also put a we have username, and then you have to give a password. Now username and password. Okay, so we have put a username. Let's copy this down and we will put a password. Okay, password, WORD, password. So now you can see it is getting here. So for that we have to put a br tag after this input tag. So we are putting a br tag. Okay, so you can see password is here, but if I write a password here, it is seen, it is showing. So this is not secure. To make it secure, we can change the type to password, from text to password. If we change the type to password, you can see the password is not showing now. Okay, so these are the type of attributes you can use in your forms. Okay, so there are many types of input tags. So let me copy this down. Okay, so let me show you. This is an input type. Okay, so now if I use in place of text, let me change the name for this. This is a password, WORD, and this is the label for password, password. Okay, then we are putting a type here. Type equals to text, we have seen. Now password also seen. Now you can see date. If we put a date, you can see let me give a br tag here. We'll get in the next line. Okay, so you can see there is a date tag appeared. Okay, so if we click on the date tag, you can see you can select the date. So it is so beautiful. Okay, so it's coming like a calendar. Okay, so you can see with the date we selected is showing here. Also what we can put here more, like a type of checkbox. We can also put a checkbox here. Okay, checkbox. You can like this is a checkbox. Now we can you can give a label to it, like label. Okay, checkbox, then label agree. Okay, so now we can see this is a checkbox with agree. Okay, this is like this. And if you do a BR and check how many types of inputs are there, then you can see that if we do control space, you can see these are the types of input you can make. You can also make a button using input. Okay, you can see button and also give a value to it, so it have a name. So you can give a value of btn. Okay, so you can see that is a btn type button appears which can be clicked. Okay, so what to do with click? So we cannot do anything now, but we have to learn JavaScript for that. So we are not learning JavaScript now. Okay, so you can also make a button manually. Let me give a BR tag and make a button manually using button tag, button button tag. You can see a button appears without any name. So we can give a name hello button. This is a hello button. Okay, you can see this button is looking way more better than the btn because we have a large name of it, hello. Okay, so now also you can explore how many type of value you can put, type of input tag are there. Also there is a text area. You can use a text area. You can see there is column, how much columns you want and how much row you want. There is a attribute, I want only 10 columns. Okay, and 10 columns and 5 rows. I want 10 column and 5 rows. You can see the box area change like that only. So you can also give a BR to change. You can see it is getting. So now also in of the text area you can write anything. You have seen many blog sites and many apps you write on the online, so that all writing done in the text area. Okay, you can also enlarge the text area as much as you want. Okay, so using this area you can just click and drag on it and make it as big and as you want. You can change the properties using CSS also. So that we will be learning on the CSS. This is a text area. And also if we want to make a, let's make it smaller. Okay, we want only 5 columns. Okay, 5 columns and 2 rows. This is small now. Okay, so now we'll be learning about if you want a list. Okay, just click and select something from the list. Basically we are using a select area. So for that we will write select, select. Okay, select. Okay, you can give name and ID to the select button, and inside the select we have to give the option na. So for that part, first option we will give you can put value to the option. For that first option I will give select. Okay, the first option is shown here. Okay, you can see the shown here. So let me give a BR tag also here. Okay, you can see it got in. Also if we copy it down and give us let select BMW. Okay. Let it be BMW and let it be Audi, and we give it to select cars. So you can see it can select cars. Okay, so this is all about the select tag. Okay, so you can select and put any number of items inside this. So now one thing I forgot to tell about the input tags, text tag. So if you want input inside this input tag, if you want a placeholder, okay, so you can give placeholder to every input tag. So like this tag, this text area also. Okay, so username, what is this? If you want to say what is this placeholder. Okay, if I remove the label, so how can I know that for what this text area is, what I have to put here? So for that we can put a placeholder here. You can simply write placeholder, and inside the double quotes I can write username. Okay, you can see thing appears here inside the box, but you can can't select it because it is like a background image like thing. Okay, so if you write it get overwrites. Okay, and if you leave it empty, it's remains the same. So now we can also do just copy this and also put this in the password section. Okay, Also let's put it in the password section and remove the label. Okay, let me comment out the label. So you can see this is showing username. Let me change it to password. Okay, it's changed into password. So now we can do like this. Also you can put this placeholder into the select text area. Okay, so like this you can do. So now this is all about the thing, but also there is a button. So this, you can see we have made a hello button. If we want to make a button here using a we have to make a login form. Okay, so we have to submit the username and password we put here. So inside this, below this br tag, we will use a button tag, and you have to give a type. To submit, you have to give a type of submit to the button, and also I will give this name to login. Okay, so the information will be submitted, it is login. Then I will put another button like type of type reset. What does the type reset does? Let me show you. Okay, so it is reset, a reset. Okay, so now we can give a br tag to separate it. So you can see it. Okay, so now if we write something here and write something here, click on login, you can see the data gone. So after we put this action thing, okay, in the backend, using this backend, the data will go there. But if we write something here and then if you want, no, I want to go to the previous back, so you can just simply click on reset. If you click on reset, you can go to the reset value. But you can see in this input area we have doesn't give any default value. Okay, so you can also give a default value like a dummy name. If you go to this name input user, okay, input is this section. So if we go to the value, okay, value, and you give a dummy name that is John. Okay, so you can see it will appear here. Okay, so while you have to write the new name, you have to write something. If you reset here, you can see before it's showing username, the placeholder, but if you give a default value to it, value equals to John, so it will show a default name here. Okay, so it will have a default value, so you can use this default value. So form is very much important, you have to understand it. Okay, so this is all about the forms. The only things we have left to learn, that is HTML media elements. Okay, HTML media elements. Okay, so we will learn about that, that is adding video, audio, all that into a HTML. So we will comment out the form here. Let me comment it out. Okay, so the we have to comment this out, then we have to comment this out, then we have to comment this part out, and let's finally comment this out. Okay, so everything is commented out. We will put here the song. Let's first add some song. Okay, so for that you have to put audio tag. Okay, we have put an audio tag, then you can see src. So in this src you have to give the href is for links and src is for source. So if you have to give the audio source, so we will do dot slash, inside the file we have a audio file. You can see audio 1 mp3. If you add it, it will not show. Why will it not show? Because you have to give it controls. Okay, if you give the controls, you can see a nice media player appears in the HTML. So from this you can, it's a voiceover of mine only. Okay, you can see place, you can hear the sound. Okay, so you can also mute it, also you can download it from here also. Okay, so like this is an HTML attribute of audio. Okay, so what are the things you can do? You can make it autoplay. You can also give an attribute to autoplay. Okay, so it will autoplay here, so you don't have to once it comes to this section, it will get autoplayed. Okay, so if you get the autoplay option, I don't want to get it autoplay. Okay, so you can also do it muted. no, muted, it will remain muted. You can see it is by default muted. If it's playing also, it is by default muted. You have to unmute it. Okay, so you can give a attribute of muted. Also you can add video like same. Okay, so how to add a video? For that you have to add a video. Okay, so inside the source you want to files, and I have a video.mp4. okay, you can see a black screen, blank black screen appears. So for that we have to give him controls. Then you can see it appears like this. You can see play button. So now it is very big, so I will give it a width of 100 pixels. Okay, so it is very small now. 300 pixel will be enough. Okay, so now we can see the, if we give a width, you can see this was one of my video. If I play it, you can see this is my intro. Okay, so channel intro. So you can play it, you can mute it, you can make it full screen, you can also download it. Okay, so now what you can do, that you can make it much bigger also. So you can with 100 pixel only. You can also use the muted thing and also the autoplay options in this. Okay, so these are all about the medias. Also you can use a plugin, like you can put an let me comment this to out and show you an interesting thing. Okay, so so you can put an YouTube player here. Okay, so let me go to my channel. Okay, let's take a video from there and let's search the code con. Okay, so let's go here. So you can see only one video is there in my channel. So let me open that video. Okay, so I will not be seeing my video. Okay, so I will embed this, embed. Okay, I will just share, click on the share option. I will embed this. I will copy this code. Okay, so now I will go here. So you can see nothing is here, but now what I will do, I will close this. Okay, now I will put it here. Now I will put the code that I have copied. I will put the code here. Okay, you can see that with thumbnail we got the code. Okay, we got the video. Also we can make the height smaller, like 540 to 360. You can see it got into that size. Okay, we can directly play from here. We got all the YouTube controls here. Okay, comment it out also. Okay, so that was pretty much it for this video. If you like the video, don't forget to like the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel, The Code Con. And also, you can follow me on Instagram. I have an Instagram account where I post daily quizzes about this web development topics. I used to share web development posts about related technologies. So you can check it out and be a part of our family. So until next time, this is Anime signing off. See you in the next video.